Hey y'all, welcome back to Misguided Intuition, where I could tell you better than I could tell me. Man, it's another hot one today. Not as hot as other days, but I don't have my rings on today because I stood outside and talked to somebody for maybe 20 minutes, and retaining water sucks, right? So I had to take those off. But anyway, let's get into this. Today we're going to use the Forest of Enchantment Tarot, which is, as you guessed it, a really pretty deck. It's actually like stunning. I absolutely love this deck. Full transparency, I have a cheat sheet because they changed the suits and the court cards, so I always have to have my cheat sheet. We'll clarify with the Cat's Eye Tarot. That's this one. These ones are really cute, and I love cats, so that's a win. And then for the Oracle message today, my middle daughter Bethany is letting me use some of her decks until mine come in. So we'll be pulling from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. I've never used them before. They look pretty cool. I guess we're gonna find out. So we're just gonna jump right in and see what message does whoever need to hear whenever, right? So what do we need to hear today? I feel like there was something else I had wanted to say and I forgot what it was that I wanted to say at the beginning of the video, but oh, almost. I pre-shuffled these. Maybe they want more. I did not sleep well last night either, so that might, if that affects this, I'm sorry. It's like I fall asleep and then I would jolt back awake, and it was really irritating. So I didn't get to sleep until probably after 4:30 a.m. my time, and then I woke up once at 8:30 and I tried to lay back down, and I wasn't having much success with it. So I ended up just getting up. But we will see. Let's try again. What messages? There we go. Yeah. Come on. Was that? Yeah, that was it for that. So we got Starlight and the Forest Lord came out together. I might have to get the book out just to see what those were again. We're gonna get card barf today, and I apologize, but sometimes it just happens. All right. So Starlight and the Forest Lord. And then here we have the Three of Challenges, the Liar, that would be the Devil, and the Nine of Challenges. And challenges are swords. So Three of Swords, the Devil, Nine of Swords. And then we have Six of Visions, and Visions is Cups. The bottom of the deck we have 10 of Spells, which is 10 of Wands. An Ace of Challenges, Ace of Swords. And this Weaver of Spells would be Queen of Swords. What's going on? Because I am going to have to go in the book just because I don't have a cheat sheet written down for the majors, just for the what is it called? For the suits and the court cards. I'm sorry. I'm going to get it together, I promise. So let's dig in here because, okay, Starlight is the star, and the Forest Lord is the Emperor. And then I already knew the other one was the Devil. So the Star and the Emperor. So half of everybody will tell you that the Star is wish fulfillment, while the other half of everybody will tell you that the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. So take that how you will. And the Emperor is somebody who once again, we keep getting the Emperor in our readings, don't we? Somebody who sits or stands in his power. He knows what he wants. It's fire energy, right? Pretty sure. Haha. I'm going to second guess myself through this whole thing. So I feel like it's saying that you know what you want, and you're sending that out to the universe. You're wishing for it, or whatever you have wished for is coming to you. That's what I feel like. But then over here, this, like I said, this was 3 of Swords, the Devil, 9 of Swords. Excuse me. We're having a rough life today. So 3 of Swords, some kind of heartbreak, and the Devil, and the 9 of Swords. I'm feeling like somebody's feeling a little bit maybe scared. Not like scared like there's a grizzly bear scared, right? But like this reads to me like somebody broke your heart and now you're a little gun shy to get back out there. Where something broke your heart, really hurt your feelings. Something less than savory. And you're kind of feeling a little bit fearful to progress. But the 6 of Visions is the 6 of Cups. And if you, this is such a cute card. It's a really pretty card, you guys. If you look around her, like she's reading a book and there's a fairy and there's mushrooms and there's little gnomes watching her read, butterflies, an owl reading up here with the little library. There's a little door over here. There's, what is that? Like a mole and a shrew and a canoe, right? There's a little frog hopping on. It's very childlike energy. So maybe it's asking you to remember before whatever this is that happened. Remember what used to make you happy. Remember what used to make you happy. Really sit down and think about like what used to bring you joy. What were you wishing for over here when you were so sure? That got messed up here. And go back and redo it. And then you have the Ace of Swords, right? That was Swords. Challenges. Swords. Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords, 10 of Spells. So you may be feeling overwhelmed by the situation. But the Queen of Swords or Weaver of Spells in this deck, oh, I apologize. That would be the Queen of Wands. I was going to say, I'm looking at that. I'm like, that looks like fire, not like swords. But all right, so that changes it a little bit, but not really a whole lot. The Queen of Wands, this girl right here, is she is somebody who knows what she wants and she's going to go get it. Okay? And honestly, she's fiery, he's fiery. You know what you want. You just have to go after it. And behind her, here's the oldest one, the Hierophant. That's, again, a card of knowing. Higher knowledge. I feel like sometimes in the books it talks about traditional values, and that would be being true to yourself and what makes you happy, like this, you know, what brought you joy before. Funny, behind that is the Sun, and that's a very positive deck, or positive card. Wow, bear with me, this one might be rough today, I'm sorry, but the Sun is very positive. it's a giant yes card. So whatever this was that kind of got you feeling really down, hurt, and a little bit apprehensive about moving forward, I don't think that's going to continue to be a problem. I'm going to, as usual, clarify this as a whole, this as a whole, and then this by itself. And we'll see if there's anything else. And yeah, I will remember to shuffle again this time. In addition to not sleeping exceptionally well today, I'm a little bit on the grumpy side. I don't know if that is just a me thing or if that's energetically happening to others as well. But if it is, just take comfort in knowing that this will pass, and tomorrow's a whole nother day. So let's clarify the star and the Forest Lord or Emperor. Oh, yes ma'am, yes sir. Now we have the Empress and the Emperor. That's interesting. All right, let's go with this center. Nope. We'll go with the Six of Visions. Oh, there's the Queen of Swords. Get the Ten of Pentacles, the Tower, Queen of Wands again. So I have ideas. With the Empress and the Emperor here together, I'm wondering, was this a relationship that, see, didn't we just do a relationship read a couple readings ago? Was this a relationship where you thought he was the one in everything that you were wishing for? And I know Ace of Pentacles is supposed to be like new beginnings or a new financial beginning or a new opportunity or whatever. But look at how the cat, I don't know if it's on camera. Look at how the cat is clawing that mouse's tail. Like, did you get got by this person? And I feel like even though she came out upright, maybe you're feeling not just a little bit fearful about, you know, trying again, basically. Maybe you're got your guard up a little bit. That could be. Y'all know better than I do what's going on in your life, because it's showing me here too. When I split the deck up here, the bottom of the deck was Ten of Pentacles. Everything was great, but then at the other end there's the Tower, and everything wasn't great. And then we've got this Queen of Wands, which over here she looks fiery and inspired, and she's making it happen. And in this deck, this cat's got their claws out, back is arched, tail is puffed, is very, very ready to attack, ready to pounce. Like, you really thought this this relationship or whatever was going somewhere, and then the Tower happened. Now you're recovering from it. Well, we had a whole conversation a few readings ago. What was the one? Was it to raise the bar? We had a whole conversation in there that I'm not going to take the time to repeat in this reading. If you want to hear all my ramblings and everything I had to say about that, you go back and check that reading out as well. But don't, you know, it's okay to be defensive after you've been hurt, after you've been let down by something, for sure. I think that's our natural defense, is to protect ourselves from being hurt again or disappointed again. But at the same time, don't block your own happiness. You know what I'm saying? Don't, I mean, I've said it too. I'm never I'm never getting in another relationship. I'm never doing this again. I'm never doing that again. Well, I might. And you know what? You might too. Like, don't limit yourself or block your happiness. Heal from this. Heal from this. Good riddance if that's what kind of person they were, or a job, or employer, or whatever the situation may be. Good riddance to that, because you don't need that in your life anyway. But don't block your own happiness just because one person was a turd. You know what I'm saying? Like, why punish yourself for what was done to you by someone else in the first place? Like, does that make sense, right? So anyway, let's go to the oracle here. Let's see what messages come out, and I will absolutely be going in the book for these because I have never, ever, ever, ever used these. I don't think I've even actually seen pictures of these before today. Let's see what we got in here. These are really also pretty. Everything's pretty, but I don't know. I like them. They look nice. I'm probably going to end up buying my own deck for my own card collection. Okay, what message do we need to hear? They're a little bit big for my hands as usual, and they're a little bit thicker, but not too thick. So there we go. We got fire. Well, that's all over this reading anyway, but in a few spots. And then we got thunder, the rainbow, and the Andean cross. I don't know. I'll take a peek at the book and see what each of these is. But I'm going to tell you, it's funny because you got fire and thunder and then you have a rainbow. And not to be all corn dog or anything, but isn't there a saying about like the rainbow after the storm or something like that? I don't know. Tell me in the comments if you know how it goes, because I don't know. It just popped in my head and I think that's what it is. So I'm going to actually look up the top, bottom, and middle before we get to fire. So we'll start with thunder. When thunder comes into your reading, it refers to a big dramatic change that feels like a herd of wild bison on the run. You feel it right through your bones, and you know that you are powerless to influence whatever events have been set in motion. This is time to be prepared for everything. Your life is an adventure, and wonderful opportunities are arriving now. The trick is to learn to run with them. Qualities that you'll need now more than ever are flexibility, dexterity, and a willingness to experience it all without dictating from where or in what form opportunities will come. Your destiny is arriving. Be ready. Do you feel like unnecessary drama is waylaying your life? Could you be exhausted from listening to others tell you their never-ending victim story, or could you be telling yourself a version of the same? It's time for an about face. You're being warned that to continue on this path will cause you to regret your choices, even if they appear benign or familiar. It's time to say no to drama, both yours and others. Focus on solutions rather than problems. You are worthy of a drama-free life. Like I said, don't block your blessings. Don't excuse me, I'm sorry about coughing on here, but you know, we talked about boundaries and limits and standards, but don't limit yourself in the process. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, obviously don't run out and just do the dumbest thing you could think of doing, but I'm just saying, don't be so scared and defensive that you block what's coming in for you. Because then over here we have rainbow. Rainbow. The rainbow tells you that the end of the storm is near. See, that's what I said. Darn it. Persevere and remember that it's darkest just before the dawn. Do not give up hope. Things are about to take a positive turn. Listen for the morning rooster that announces the coming of the dawn, even while the night is still darkest. But do not claim victory yet or let your guard down fully. Don't get caught in the pursuit of the illusion of the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Find the treasure now in the moment by coming into well, they misprinted, by coming into the right relationship with those around you. All your gifts are at hand, so obvious that you may have missed them. Be true with your intentions and do not be led astray by daydreams. Like, yeah. So that was the rainbow. So yeah, here was this whole storm, and this is going to be your rainbow when you figure out whatever that means to you. I just want to look at Andy and Cross, and then we'll read the fire one. It talks about starting a journey and allowing new wisdom to guide you. That's what we were talking about over here and over here. And then it says, the time has passed and the window of opportunity has closed. Now is not the moment to take that leap you've been over preparing for. It's best to wait until conditions in heaven line up again to offer you a more, what is this word? Propitious? I don't know this word. A more propitious moment. I'm going to have to look that one up. Any bold action you take now will require tremendous effort on your part. Just as important as knowing when to act is knowing when to return to your inner stillness and wait for more favorable times. So I think that speaks to this pain and fear that might be holding you back a little bit and making you a little bit defensive and hesitant to go forward. And that, you know, definitely take time to heal, right? And then the last one, the main one that came out was fire. Before I read this, I'm looking at this. Does anybody else on the channel here, have you guys ever seen the movie The Secret of Nim with Mrs. Brisby and the rats? And there's the wise rat or the leader rat or whatever. His name is Nicodemus, and he has this red stone that he gives Mrs. Brisby at the well, he gives it to her earlier on in the movie, and then at the end of the movie, like when they're trying to move her home, and then it starts sinking, and then she's wearing the stone and she's trying to pull her home out of the sinking mud, and the stone flies off of her, and she continues on trying to save her because her children are in this like cinder block, right? And it's sinking in mud, it's caving in, and she's trying to save her children, and the stone like leaps up off the ground and just starts floating, and it's like all fiery with flames, and it's red and glowy and everything. And that's what this reminds me of, is Mrs. Brisby's sparkly. So anyway, what it means warm your hands and your heart by your inner fire. Let it burn away your hardships. Let it consume your pain and your sorrow. Has life become too rigid, too cold, or too superficial? Light a candle or make a bonfire and toss into the flames everything that has become stiff and painful. Metaphorically, okay? You give it all to the fire for rapid transformation. Set your life on fire. I'm not saying pull a left eye and set the mansion on fire with his sneakers. When it talks about toss into the flames everything that has become stiff and painful, something you can do is write about whatever happened to you here that has hurt you. You can write about it and think about how it made you feel. Write how it made you feel. Like, write what happened and how it made you feel, and things that you wanted to say and express. And then take it and burn it and just throw that to the universe, because it's not yours anymore, you know? So yeah, that's actually really good advice. That's actually something we me and my kids do it once in a while, and when the energy is just start getting kind of like ugh, and everything's just kind of building up and just feeling kind of crappy or mad and whatever, and I'm like, write it out and just set it on fire. Like, I have a little mini I have a couple of little mini cast iron cauldrons, and I tell them just take the grill lighter, go sit out back, light it on fire, and wait until it's all ashes and cool it and throw it to the wind. Like, it's not yours anymore. You don't need to carry that with you anymore. You can just let it go. So that is, you know, it's symbolic. I mean, but it is a good way to do, you know, to release some of this stuff. Like, feel it, like, acknowledge it and feel it, you know, and then burn it and release it. And, you know, when you're done doing that, light you a nice candle and go put some herbs and oils in your bathtub and take a nice soak, and some salts. I love Epsom salt. But take a nice soak with, you know, candlelit bath and just soothing music and love on yourself. Like, here, give yourself this Empress type energy towards yourself, right? Anyway, that's it for this reading. So if it resonated at all, you know, the spiel, what is it? Like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell, interact in the comments, you know, let's lift each other up in the comments, be respectful. I will have all these decks listed in the description box for anybody who's interested. What else was I gonna say? Oh, so I was thinking, before we get off of here real quick, I was thinking on Instagram, I do my daily card pulls, and then on Friday I decided it's the pick a card. I think I told you guys this before. And I was trying to think of something to do here on the channel too, just to kind of break it up so every day is not like, you know, really set in stone tarot reading or whatever. Like, maybe sometimes it's just that random message that you need to hear or something. So I think what I'm going to do is, for Sunday readings, whatever reading you come across on Sundays is going to be oracle only. And I think what I'm going to do is pull, I'm trying to think how many I want to pull. I don't want to read a novel to you guys, but at the same time I want to give you guys something to chew on. So I'm thinking 1 to 3 cards per deck, and maybe use 2 or 3 different oracle decks or something like that. We'll figure it out. I'll try it, and if you guys let me know if you like it or if you hate it or whatever, we'll figure it out from there. But I was just thinking something different for Sundays, just to, you know, I saw a meme where somebody had asked what's the difference between tarot and oracle, right? And if you've ever watched that 70s show, you'll understand this joke. But somebody said, well, the tarot is like Red Foreman and the oracle is like Kitty Foreman. And so I'm just saying, if all week we're sitting here getting messages from Red, maybe Sundays we can get messages from Kitty instead, just to make it like a nice little pat on the hand and, you know, something like that. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think. But that's it for this one. I don't know how she had this. That's it for today, and I will catch you guys next time, and stay blessed.